Hey everyone, just want to make a quick video. Behind me, I have a whiteboard, and on it, it says a house is built brick by brick. I think, of course, there's a lot of metaphors out there that help you with success, but I think that's one of the best ones because you think about how big a house is, right? I don't care where you are in the world, where you live, a house is pretty big. If you think about each individual brick, right? Bricks are so important because they lay the foundation for the house. They protect it from so many different things, right? But they also take time. They take time in the fact that you have to lay the brick down. You have to put cement on it. You have to wait for that to dry. And then you have to just repeat that process again and again and again, right? And from my experience, you don't just build a brick house all in one day with all the cement wet and then let it dry all as one. You do it slowly in pieces, right? To ensure that the foundation is stable. What am I trying to say? That analogy of brick by brick by brick just shows how slow the real process of success is and how much work you have to put in again and again and again. And when you're building the house, right, it looks ugly. There's no roof, there's nothing, right? It just looks like a half-finished, just random structure, right? But once you finish it, then only then do people appreciate and realize that your toil, your work, and everything, your effort was all going towards something bigger, something meaningful. And that's the same way with success. You're going to put in work. And then eventually, once you put that last brick in, once you put that last brick on the house, it's going to complete everything. It doesn't mean that that last brick that was put on the house was like the most important brick, right? Or that piece of work was any different than all the other bricks you put up, right? But it's just like, you have to constantly put in that work, and you're going to put in that same brick. It's going to be the same amount of work that gets you from, nothing to that first brick of the house, and the same amount of work that gets you from almost completed house to a fully completed house. A lot of times we measure our work by its impact, right? And sometimes you can do the same amount of work again and again and again. But when you do the last piece of work and you see the result, you think, oh, this piece of work, this final thing that I sent or this final thing that I worked on, this was what really mattered. No, the reality is that all pieces of work mattered equally the same. And you have to remind yourself of that when you first start out. Because when you first start out building a house, right, it looks so far away. That goal of a full house and completed everything looks so far away. And it can discourage you from placing each brick. But if you really just focus on just the process and all the work and the specific pieces of work that you need to do to finish it, right, and just keep doing it again and again and again, just focus on, okay, can I put one more brick? And let that dry. Now can I put one more brick? And you just keep doing that with success. Can I do some more work? Can I do some more work? Just a little bit more today, and then I'll do it again tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll add a little bit more. You do that again. You will be successful. So that's why I think this metaphor is so helpful, because it just encompasses how difficult success is and how much consistency, patience, and just relentless hard work it takes.